Hey everybody, it's Brick Waffle here with my fiancée from Minecraft Comes Alive. That's right, in between episodes I managed to go back to Village and find Renee the Cleric here, and she thought I was a pretty cool guy, and we are now married, so married to me. And I'm not going to do a whole lot with Minecraft Comes Alive. Unfortunately, on our multiplayer server that we've been testing, it's causing a lot of lag. The villagers, for whatever reason, have a lot going on, and it's not being real nice to our server that we're testing on. So I may be dropping Minecraft Comes Alive from the pack if it stays laggy like that. But for now, we have a fiancée. She's got free run of the upstairs here. She can't use elevators, so she's kind of stuck up here, and she can't use carpenter's doors. Now, she could get out on the first floor because they have pressure plates, but then she couldn't get back in. I was worried she'd get killed at night by monsters. So for now, she's got the full run of the upstairs, which is admittedly very, very sparse. She has a bed, and that's it. But we're going to ignore that for now. I want to show you a couple of the other things I've been working on. I took out the stairs in here now that we have elevator blocks, and they're pretty easy to make. And now that we can just go up to here and back down to here, up to here. And we also put the enchanting room on a different one. So we can pop back down. Whoop, pop back down. Yeah, so we can go around with elevators. We don't need the stairs anymore. That gave us a little more room over here. And you might be able to tell back there we've got some resonant flux duct in the back. That's coming up from our new power source. And we've got all of this stuff up here that's the same as before. The only difference is we now have our resonant charge pad up here that can hold 10 million RF and charge us up even faster for our jetpack and that sort of goodness. So we did a little bit of shifting around, and then down here, boom, we have now built the AE network room. So this was where the original small reactor and AE network were. We dug back quite a bit here, and I just dug up with the jetpack, and go back here. We got a little bit of space. This is kind of the whole length of it. I really like these signal blocks or whatever they are from Chisel. Looks really neat, very factory-like. We moved our crystal growth accelerator back here. We might automate that in the future using some of the open crates from Botania and whatnot. Our chunk loader's back here. Our network's down on the side. We've got our storage units. And if we go back around the front, we've got 2 chargers down here. Crafting terminal. We have an interface and a pattern terminal now. But I don't have any patterns and I don't have any interfaces connected to it. We're just planning for the future. And I made a bunch more 1K drives and a couple of 4K drives. There's a bunch of 4K drives there, a bunch of 1K drives. So we've tried to spread them out so it looks nice, but we do need still more storage. The 1 and 4Ks are not that great. It just looks a little bit better when the rack is full. And then we moved our Ender Infuser and Ender Tool workstation down here as well. So if we go down one more level, this is the big reactor that we built last time, and here you can see that things are going to the Tesseract first, and whatever is coming into and out of this Tesseract is going upstairs to power everything else that's up there. And that's just a big hole all the way up to the main floor up there. So you can kind of see that. Actually, that's up to the previous floor with the AE network. You can kind of see the blue way up there. Not running Optifine, so I don't have a zoom. And then down here is... Whoop, hey, hello, slime. I did not know this was a slime chunk. Down here is just our old mine shaft, and we're good to go with all of that stuff. And my cat has decided that since we're recording, it would be a good time for her to just meow a lot. I have 2 cats, if you're wondering, and one of them is very, very vocal, and she likes to come hang out with me while I'm recording. Her name is Winter, and the other one is Chestnut. So say hello, Winter. Yeah, that's what I thought. So once I actually try to put the camera or the mic down there, she's not interested. But there's a lot of stuff I want to do today. It's getting dark-ish, and that's one thing we want to take care of is we want to get some lighting out here so we don't get monster spawns in the courtyard. Every night, monsters spawn out here, I come back out, and it can be a little bit dangerous, actually. And we could also make sure that our family, if we end up keeping Minecraft Comes Alive, has a little bit safer reign out here. Now, given that there's torches by the farm and there's torches on this stuff, the amount of dark space is drastically reduced. Let's take a look real quick in here. Yeah, we got a lot of metal that's still going through the system. But you can see already there's some dark spots out here, and if we hung out, we would see some mobs. So this is all 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 0 light level. Even with bright light, we don't get till 7 until we're right at the edge. So one thing I want to do is set up a pumpkin farm so that I can get some jack-o'-lanterns, put those in the ground with some leaves over them and make it look a little bit nicer out here, break up this flat green texture, and also make sure that we have a lot of light. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and harvest up our ender lilies. There we go. Harvest all of those up and we'll replant here in just a second. It's not really necessary other than the ender lily seeds themselves actually can be cooked up for a lot of resonant ender. And mostly just for something to do. Oh, and then we didn't get any seeds. So we're going to waste one of these and throw that over here. go back inside, and we're going to sleep to make it daytime. And also, there's a bit of a thunderstorm outside right now while I'm recording, so if you hear that, I apologize. Hopefully you can forgive me for that. And yeah, we know we've got some updates to make. Mechanism has a new version. I think Buildcraft does as well. I've done a lot of updates lately, and so for the block farmers who are helping me test the server, I don't want to keep making them download a mod pack all the time. So we'll update that at some point here in the relatively near future. All right, so what we want to do today, and I got to turn NEI back on, this thing, there we go, NEI. So we want to make a farming station, and that's from Ender.io, and that requires a machine chassis and a Z-Logic controller. That's in a slice and splice. There might be some other options, so let's look at the better chest too. So we have several adjustable chests. Excellent. So we're going to put a couple of these out, and if we look at upgrades, there are a few things that we can do. One of them is the, I don't know, planting upgrade, and it requires the energy upgrade, and then the harvesting upgrade as well. And I'm not sure what this can plant and harvest, but I'm assuming it works at least with vanilla crops. And then you have to make one of these upgrade basic things. Let's see what this is called. Slot upgrade. That needs an upgrade case. I don't have any more iron bars. All right, let's do that. But you can make an upgrade case and combine it with a book, and that will give you the book for the mod pack. So it will tell us a little bit more about what's going on. Upgrade case, that thing gives us 8 of those. Fantastic. Do we have any books? We have 2 books. Awesome. So we'll drop one of those in there, drop one of these in here, and we get the Better Chest user manual. So now if we pop this open, this is not a real fancy book, but it does work. Crafting recipe will be shown here. I'm hoping we can see something about what these actually do and how to use them. There we go. And there's a light upgrade too that makes your chest emit light with the brightness of glowstone. We could also use that out in the yard if we wanted to. Compared upgrade, void upgrade, unbreakable, player upgrade, rain, energy, rain. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting, but I don't really need that. Supplies energy to your chest. Okay. Collector upgrade, which we could also use potentially. Player feeding, resupply, planting upgrade. Automatically plant any seeds in it. You probably want to combine it with a harvesting upgrade. Use this with a rain upgrade will keep the farmer hydrated if there's a bucket of water in the inventory. Okay. Well, that's pretty helpful. The more upgrades you put into it, the larger the radius is. Alright. So I don't know, it doesn't really tell us what the radius is. We'll just have to do a little building and experimenting. That's fine. So we're going to want a planting upgrade. Planting upgrade. We need to make 4 iron hose. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pretty much any seeds look like they'll work. We could potentially make that larger by making more of those. And let's see the harvesting upgrade as well. And that just requires wheat, which we definitely have. And we don't have any pumpkin seeds, I don't think. Oh, we do have. We have 11 pumpkins and some pumpkin seeds. Fantastic. So we can play around with a little bit of that. Do we have leaves as well? We don't have any leaves, so we need to make shears, and we have some of those already. Fantastic. All right, so let's go play a little bit. Whoa, hello. Yep, I have a pressure plate somewhere. There it is. Let's go just drop a couple of these cases out in the middle, and actually let's throw a light upgrade on one of these too. Light upgrade. There it is. And we've got those storage upgrades as well. What is it? It's called upgrade. That slot upgrade. See how many of these things I can really combine. Put this out. And we're just going to experiment a little bit. So we're going to drop one right there. And we're going to drop one right on top of it. And let's see, planting and harvesting upgrade. There's the, let's try harvesting there. No? Planting? Why is that not working? Do they require the energy upgrades? Yep. Missed that. Whoops. Okay, so let's make some energy upgrades too. That makes sense. Doesn't do it for, well, I guess it does do it for free once you have them. Whoa, lag. Sorry about that. Energy upgrade. That requires some redstone repeaters, which I don't think I have, and some blocks of coal. Okay, so repeaters, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. And blocks of coal, we're going to need 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we should be able to make 2 of these. 1, 2. Brilliant. Okay. So let's go back out there, try this again. And I don't know if there's any, like if it has to be at the same level or what's going on. So we're going to do a little experimenting with that. Energy upgrade, energy upgrade. Let's try planting upgrade and harvesting upgrade. And we only need the slot upgrades on the harvesting one, so we can collect all of our crops. And let's just throw that in there and see what happens. Oh, look at that. It's working. That is not a good design for pumpkins, though. Because these will never be able to grow anywhere. Yeah, it might not be the best thing in the world, but let's see. Yeah, let's see how this works. It might not be the best design we have, but let's throw a light upgrade on there too. Yeah, you can see there's definitely light. And this actually doesn't have to be hydrated. I don't know if you guys knew that or not with stems. Once the stems are planted, you're good to go. This land can get unhydrated, but the stems won't change. So in the interest of speeding this up a little bit, let us use our wireless terminal and get some bone meal. And grab some more bones. And turn that into bone meal too. Ooh, that's plenty. I forgot that that's 3 each. So let's just, let's pop a few of these up. That's not going to make any difference. That's going to grow. And let's just see if this can reach the harvesting upgrade. We might have to do one more, just so that it can reach a little further. So if it can't reach to the outside where, I don't know why I'm doing that to those. If it can't reach to where these pumpkins are actually going to show up, then that wouldn't be very helpful for us. Let's just see if we can get a couple of these things to spawn. And we'll grow them all up to full, and then we'll go in and make another harvesting upgrade. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I can't craft with the wireless update, or wireless terminal. But that's alright, we don't need to craft. We're not that far. Pop back in here. Take a quick piece in our... Take a quick look at how many pieces of ore we have in our ore chest. That's good. And let's do one more harvesting upgrade. And that's just more wheat. So let's do one more of those. That should increase the radius at least by 1, I would think. And that's really all we need right now. And if this works, this is a really easy way to get vanilla crops. I do kind of want to see if it works on its own first, but, you know, these are cheap. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll just assume... Yeah, okay, we'll assume that we need to do that. And we will come back and check on this periodically and see if we can get some more pumpkins as time goes on. So the next thing we want to do is get some leaves. And unfortunately, we have clear-cut our little area here. So we're going to have to go somewhere that has some leaves. I would prefer to use... oak leaves maybe? I'm trying to figure out what leaves would look good. I guess we could go plant some trees too. Let's just take a... Let's have a little sail over here. Looks like we got a couple of oak trees. Maybe those are pine trees. Can't really tell. And... Oh, hey, there's a water moccasin, it looks like. Oh, and we crashed into him. Alright, well, then, you know, it's okay. I don't think this... Oh, it does work from here. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so let's get some leaves up here. And those are acacia leaves, it looks like. Can't tell what we had up here. Yep, there's a little bit more. And where else? We had a tree over here somewhere. Oh, there's a boat still. There it goes. Now I kind of wish I had those ender pearls. So let's get... Well, actually, I've got my jetpack on me, too. Pine leaves and acacia leaves. And, yeah, let's go ahead and use our jetpack. That'll work out just fine. And we'll just have to keep an eye on our fuel. And at some point, I might go through and do the thing where there's no particles for your jetpack, but for now, this is okay. Whoop. Yeah, that's okay. We wanted to land here. That's fine. And it makes a little bit of noise. I apologize for that. But, hey, flight's worth it, right? Flight's worth a little noise. Really wish we had a magnet. That would be handy, too. Especially because some of that's going in the lava. But no big deal. We just need to get some leaves. It doesn't have to be a lot. We just want some to plant out in the yard. And actually having a variety of different kind of colored leaves would be useful as well, I think. So let's just do that. Grab all of those guys. And that's really fast, especially with leaf decay on. There we go. Okay. How many do we have? 33. Okay, that's great. We don't need to worry about it at all now. 33 leaves. That we're going to have plenty for the time being. So we'll pop these guys back in there. We'll throw the shears. We'll keep those in our inventory for now. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just keep those in the golden bag of holding. Yeah, that'll make sense. Okay, so let's run back here, and we're going to get the snake because he's dangerous. We'll run back in here. We'll see if those pumpkins have grown at all, and then we will decide what we're going to do from there. So a couple of things that we could do. I want to start getting into mechanism. Mechanism takes power to produce 3, 4, and 5 times ore. Right now that smeltery takes lava to produce 2, and it's not exactly quick. Mechanism isn't quick in the first tier either, but you can make nicer factories, elite factories and whatnot later on that are very quick. So that's definitely a possibility. And probably need to replace our brick smasher here at some point too. Okay, those are pumpkins. They're not being harvested. Do we have any in here? We don't. So it's planting those seeds, but I don't see it harvesting anything. Let's go make a couple more harvesting upgrades, because it's just wheat and upgrade cases, and make this harvest from much further away. See if it's just a range issue. Maybe it's not the same as the farming one by default. And maybe this isn't the way we're going to be able to do pumpkins. But like I said, these are really cheap. At least one more. If it doesn't... Oops. If the harvesting upgrade doesn't reach out at least 2 blocks from as the default, it'd be kind of pointless. I don't think this is going to make any difference. But I hope I'm wrong. Let's see. Pop that on there. There's 3 upgrades on there now. And maybe it has to be at the same level. Maybe that's the problem, is it's stacked up. So we'll take all of this back down. And because we can't use the center of this anyway, it shouldn't really matter that we're wasting a spot. So let's go ahead and break that guy, put this thing down, put up the harvesting upgrades. Oh, I can't because I have to put the energy upgrade first. Energy upgrade, harvesting upgrade. Not making any difference, is it? We'll give that a second to work. I'll put the seeds back in there. Oh, there it goes. Oh, why is it harvesting the stems too? That's not what it should be doing. It should not be harvesting, and it's harvesting the seeds. That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, well, I guess it does because it broke the stems. But if we put the seeds back in there... Huh. So this might... And my fiance died in the wall again. Yeah, okay. So Minecraft Comes Alive, not real effective. Not going to worry about that. This doesn't seem to be terribly effective either, although it's great for cobble gen. It probably would be better with something like wheat, where you could just have a couple of these overlap, and yeah, you'd lose like 1 space on each, but if we just planted the wheat or harvested the wheat and replanted it, that would work perfectly fine. I think it's just because these are stemmed plants, so you've got the blocks on the outside, and it doesn't know what's grown and what's not. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit more of that bone meal here. And I'm just going to pop up one of these to full and see if it harvests the stem without the pumpkin attached. If it does that, then this is going to be pretty useless. And I don't know how often it pulses, but it looks like it was waiting there for a little bit and then ticked and said, okay, yeah, I gotta grab everything around me. Yeah, so this is not going to work at all. It just did grab that stem again, and that's just going to plant seeds and then get seeds back. So, okay, good experiment, but no, that doesn't work. So let's get those 2 things. Actually, the light upgrade's pretty decent, though. And let's just smash all these seeds up. Whoop, come on now. It's kind of hard to hit that little tiny hitbox here. And we don't get seeds back on all of these, but that's okay. We have plenty of seeds right now. I'm not too worried about that either. Although we're not getting any on those. That's a little unfortunate. That's okay. We still have 24 seeds, and we have some other options for farming. So let's go back in here. Back through here. And let's go ahead and throw those all back on the network for now. We're not going to use those. Let's look at some of our other farming options. So there is a harvester from Mine Factory Reloaded that requires power. So that's an option. That 240 RF per work, and we can produce up to 12,000 RF per tick. So that would be pretty easy to do. The farming station, I have a feeling, is fairly efficient. Let me just look at farm, see what other options we have. Thomic, oh right, BC Silicon has a robot farmer. That would be a little bit different too. But this may be the best way to go, and that's going to require electrical steel, which is we can do in an alloy smelter. Pulsating crystals or diamonds and pulsating iron nuggets. I think we even have some of those still. We know we can make machine chassis and diamond hose. And a Z-Logic controller, yeah, that's probably our best bet. Solarium's not hard, it's just gold and soul stand. Zombie head we probably have. Yeah, I got a couple of those. So let's go ahead and make a slice and splice. That needs any head and some solarium, shears, and an iron axe. So how much soul sand do we have in the network right now? 20. Alright, could be worse. Soul sand, gold. We're just going to need 20 of those. Let's just do that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get that on the alloy smelter, and this should go right back into the network as solarium. What happened there? It made soul glass at first. Darn it. Okay, I should have put the gold in first, I guess. Soul sand. Oop. Oh, that's right. It just, yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Put that in there. We'll get a little bit less solarium than we thought we needed. What else do we need for the slice and splice? We need a head, which we have, a machine chassis, which you can make. So let's get a shears and the iron axe. And then we're going to need to make a machine chassis, which is going to need a basic capacitor. And one of those. There we go. And that's going to be, that's it. Okay, we had solarium. Oh, right, because it's going right in the network. Perfect. Okay, so the slice and splice needs to get some power. I don't think we're going to need to use it as often as this stuff up here, so maybe we'll drop it back down this way and pull some power out of the wall here. Probably going to move this around because there's power conduit right back there, and it doesn't really make sense to have this next to the power when we don't need it. This doesn't need to have any power to operate. So let's move that around a little bit. Drop that guy over here. Drop that, and yeah, we're going to have some extra ender pearls this way. There we go. Put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that in there. And what I really want to do is see if I have a dolly. Great, I do. Because I don't really want to break this and have all the pearls end up all over the place. Wonderful. So put our dolly away. And diamond dollies take durability only when you use them to move spawners. Alright, so if I drop this down here, we should automatically get power. Yep, it's connecting through that cable facade or factory block cover, whatever it's called. We're going to need another axe and shears for that, so let's get another axe. Thaumium axe. Well, let's just go ahead and throw that in there and see if that works, actually. Perfect, it does. And then shears. We'll just make some more. Oh, I can't make them with this. Well, we're not far from a terminal. Shears. Brilliant. Throw that in there. We've got full power. And then we need the Z-Logic controller, I think. Yeah, there it is. Z-Logic controller needs 2 solarium, 2 silicon, a zombie head, and redstone. So let's see the solarium. We got that, no problem. Silicon. We don't have any silicon. We'll have to grind some sand. That's fine. We've got plenty of that. What else do we need? Zombie head. We have 1 more of those. And some redstone. We need 2 of those. Okay, so let's pop up here real quick. Whoop, whoop, up, up, up is good. And let's throw some sand in there. And after we get the first couple silicon, there we go. Brilliant. That's working really fast. Silicon. 1, 2. I think that's going to do it. So let's pop that into here. So that's the head. Solarium. I think it's 1 redstone in the middle and 2 silicon. Silicon. Okay. I keep calling it silicone. I don't know why I'm doing that. So this is working. We're going to have our Z-Logic controller here shortly. The challenge is going to be getting power out there. We might actually want to build another Tesseract. And yeah, it does take durability off of these things, so that's good to know. Throw those back in the network, and then a farming station. So this isn't too bad after all. What else do we need? We need a diamond hoe. I'm pretty sure I don't have one of those yet. We need another machine chassis. Oops, and for that we need, for that we need the basic capacitor again. Oh, we're out of gold nuggets. Gold, gold, gold. I wish you could use the gold coins as gold nuggets in recipes. Farming station. Oh, I did it again. Make the capacitor first, and then make the machine chassis. And then we should be good to go with almost everything. Pulsating crystals. 1, 2. Great, we even had enough of those nuggets left over. Perfect. So then let's look at the Tesseracts. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. An empty Tesseract frame. Oh, we need a little bit more Enderium. Okay, so we need Enderium base. Enderium base. And that is tin, silver, and shiny. Tin, let's take a stack of that. Silver. Ooh, we don't have a lot of that. And shiny. And I think it's actually 2 tin for the others anyway. Let's go ahead and just turn that. Let's do 10 of that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of that. And let's do 20 tin. That should be fine. And I think, yeah, that's going to be perfect. It's going to take 2 of those, 1 and 1. That's going to put Enderium base in there. And then we can say Enderium base uses... Oh, no, that's not right. Uses that and Ender Pearls, which we know we have, and Pyrotheum dust. So let's make 10 of that. Oh, are you out of blaze powder? No way. Okay, we got more rods. Let's do half of those as blaze powder. Well, I just did them all. That's okay. That's okay. One thing that we can do is also get a spawner up here at some point. Blaze spawner. Okay, so we're going to want all of our Enderium base. Is that done already? Yeah, look at that. Okay, Enderium base. That's 40. And well, let's see. What was that Enderium base? So for that, we need Ender Pearls, and we need half as much Pyrotheum dust. So we need Ender Pearls. And we need 20 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need the Pyrotheum. We only need... Oh, wait, no, we need 20 Pyrotheum. And 40 Ender Pearls. Okay, and if we throw this stuff in the alloy smelter, that should start combining. Yes, excellent. And that takes a little bit longer to cook. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cook up. We'll get the Tesseracts made, and I will be back with you in just a moment when we have the farming station. Okay, so we have our farm set up here. We made a diamond hoe and a diamond axe. We've put pumpkin seeds in. We've put bone meal in and locked all this stuff up. We should get pumpkins to grow here at some point and harvest them up. And then when it does, I don't really think the bone meal is necessary, because now that it's used it on this, it's probably not going to take these stems out, I wouldn't think. I do like that the farming station knows that these are pumpkins and they could be all around here, so I think it should be able to reach, you know, way out here if it needs to. I think it goes out 3 blocks in every direction, so this is as far as it can go with the default settings. But that means that some of these spots here we can actually break, and we could put glowstone in here, because no pumpkins can grow on glowstone, but no pumpkins can reach these spots either. So let's do that, and then where is our network terminal? And let's try and keep an eye on that in the background as we do this. Don't need those ender pearls. Glowstone. Oh, we don't have much, do we? But we can craft that up into some blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll put the other 4 back in the network. And I think our chisel is in our golden bag of holding here. Because I think... Oh, no, it's not. Okay, I think the regular default glowstone looks pretty ugly. There it is. I just saw it. I lost it again. Chisel. There it is. But this should look pretty nice once we craft it into something else. So we've got the neon, which we've been using. I might use some lime. Let's use green colored glowstone. I think that'll look good because it's out here in the grass. It kind of looks like green rotten cobblestone, but the important thing is it's going to put out a lot of light, and that shouldn't interfere with anything. So underneath this, obviously, we have a tesseract, and I'll just break this real quick because that block shouldn't be a problem. We got that set to put energy in there. Obviously, it's working because we have energy. And this is an ender chest, duh. But on top of this is configured to push out from the top into the ender chest, so anything we do harvest will go in there. And I think we're just going to sit here for a minute and see if we can get a pumpkin. I might speed this up if we don't get anything here shortly. Actually, that's something else we can check. We can check and make a watering can. A watering can, I think, increases the chance for pumpkins to sprout from stems. We should be able to make one of those. Watering can, extra utilities. That's great. I just want to know how to make one. There it is. Perfect. Let's grab that. And let's fill this up. Brilliant. The other thing the watering can will do is it will instantly spread grass back over here. So I think if I do, there we go. Let's see if we can hit some of these pumpkin stems. There we go. We got a pumpkin. And is it going to harvest? There it goes. Now it's harvesting. That's what I'm talking about. So it's going to leave some dirt patches over here as it's going. There we go. Now we're starting to get some. That's definitely working. Fantastic. Okay, so the watering cans are nice. They definitely are functioning, and we're getting a little bit of flower growth. But now if we look at, where is it? Pumpkins. One of these words, 7 pumpkins. That was pretty quick. So I'm going to leave this running. Probably try to leave it running overnight if I can. We'll throw that guy in there. And I won't stand here. I guess I could stand right on top of this thing and AFK and hold the right mouse button down or whatever, put a little weight on it. But until this is lit up, that's a pretty dangerous idea. So we're just going to let this go at its normal pace. Maybe we'll come by and do this from time to time. Or if we could find a good spot to stand where we could hit a bunch of this at once. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. We'll figure it out. One of these things is going to be a good way to make pumpkins grow pretty rapidly. Oh, that's good. I like that. But even if I just leave it AFK overnight, that should give us quite a few pumpkins. And it'll be more than enough for us to do the jack-o'-lantern stuff that we need. Torches are obviously very easy. I'm sorry, Butterfly. I don't know why I punched you. We can do the torches pretty easily. We can get the jack-o'-lanterns lit up. And once this is all lit up and not spawnable, we can start working on some harvesters in here. And actually what we might do is punch through this inside wall and put the harvesters in the wall there. And that way we can run all of our cabling. Ooh, I don't want to run it in this hallway though. Yeah, we'll probably do that outside. Just because if I run anything in here, this hallway is only too wide. And if there's cables right here, this is not going to be good. So we'll make some harvesters here, but that's going to do it for today. We're going to let some pumpkins go. I'll get back to you when I have that. I'll probably put in the lighting off camera just because digging holes randomly and putting down pumpkins and leaves and checking light levels is a little bit tedious. But when we get back next time, we'll work on automating our cattle and our pigs and all that good stuff, and we'll go on from there. So if you did like this video, please do hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.